Today is August 28th, 2023, and today's message is for Andrea. Andrea, I've been praying a lot since Jessica and the kids left, and I've been praying that God would remove bitterness and anger that I have for you out of my heart. Every day it's a battle. Every day, because I think of how you played a role in separating this family. And but yesterday something interesting happened. God brought to memory, and I'm not going to say like I didn't have a memory of this. It wasn't crystal clear. Like he made it super crystal clear. Sorry, there's a mattress in the background. Somebody gave me a new mattress. I'm not trashy like that. Somebody gave me a new mattress, and this is an old mattress. My floors are dusty too, but that's life in Mexico. Crystal clear remembrance of something, and I have great remorse over it and great sadness over it, Andrea, and I want you to know I'm sad. I'm sorry. I won't email you right now because I don't want to give fuel to your fire to hate me more. Maybe someday you'll see this and maybe you don't even remember it, and it's like, why bring something up? But real quick, I want to say something. I saw a video. I can't remember what it was. I saw a video, and they were talking about what damage hurts worse in our life. Like, if a child gets slapped by its parent, does that hurt worse? Or if a parent calls his child stupid, does that hurt worse? And scientifically speaking, it's the word, it's the emotional, it's the mental, it's the verbal abuse that people receive that is more damaging than the physical abuse, right? And that has longer lasting, deeper, more hurtful effects on an individual. And so that's why, God tells us to spank our children, right? Spank. That's why he gave us a fatty tissue of a butt, because he knew it wouldn't damage them internally, right? And so what God brought to remembrance is something to that effect with you. And I remembered it crystal clear, and everything just, I was like, wow, I was definitely wrong there. And I just want to tell you right now and be humble. I met you when you were 2 years old, and Mom had a real difficult time controlling you. You were out of control. You were a spoiled little girl, spoiled by your grandparents, your aunts and uncles, spoiled by your mom. When I first met your mom, I talked to her on the phone, and you'd see a cake on Barney. You were watching Barney in the background. And there was a cake on, all of a sudden you'd start screaming because you wanted a cake, and your mom, sorry, I can't even answer this phone. My phone is broken. The screen doesn't work. Hopefully that's somebody coming by to give me work today. But you'd scream and scream, I want a cake, and your mom would drop everything and get you a cake. Okay, there was no control over you. When I came into the situation and I saw that, I was like, this ain't gonna happen. No. If I'm gonna marry you, woman, I'm gonna take your child on as an obligation in my life, this is not gonna happen. So I started with disciplining you. And being a new man into your life, it might have been a traumatizing thing for a new man to spank you. But I never spanked you like in an abusive manner. I was never abusive to you. Physically, I'm saying. And what I'm trying to tell you is there was something that maybe I did mentally abusive to you, and I'm here to apologize to that. And I didn't realize that at the time. I wasn't a Christian then. But looking back, almost everything I did in my life was wrong because I wasn't a man of God, right? Even after I became a man of God, there was still a lot of emotional issues inside of me that hadn't been cleansed and cleaned up. This past 3 years has been a very cleansing part of my life that I needed to go through. It's been the hardest part of my life and the saddest, but I really needed this cleansing, believe it or not. And God's shown me a lot. So anyways, but I remember one time and you told me no. And I remember inside of me, and this is what I'm sorry about, Andrea. I remember inside of me being happy that you told me no, because I was going to tear your butt up for it. And I did. I spanked you. And I remember thinking in my mind and my heart, I dare you to say it again. I dare you to ever tell me no again. Because that's my opportunity to tear into your butt. And I believe that probably over the years I've had that same mentality, that same attitude towards you. Like, I dare you to challenge me. I have a lot of shame about that. Because I can honestly say I never dared that out of any of my other children. Never dared that out of Caleb or Preston, Lila, or Emmanuel. But I dared you. I never said it. I never said it verbally. I never said, oh, I dare you to do it again. But in my heart, in my mind, I was daring you to try me. Give me an opportunity to spank you or to whoop your butt. Now, I mean, I've heard your own words saying, Dad, you raised me. You know, you did a good job raising me. And I know I showed you a lot of truth in life, and I'm not trying to cover up the bad that I did with the good. I will tell you, I've always loved you. I've loved you as equal as any of my other children, Andrea. Even though I wasn't your biological father. I always showed you love and affection, hugs and kisses, not in a nasty manner, but in the same manner I would Lila, Emmanuel, Preston, or Caleb. But see, children, we can sense. When I was a child, I sensed a lot of emotional and mental abuse from my parents, from my mom especially. My dad some too. And that stuff really damages us. And we may not even realize, I might not even be able to put my finger on some of the things that occurred to me. And yet it's still there. And maybe someday God will reveal it. But I believe there's a reason that you hated me when you turned against me. And keep in mind, I bought you a $27,000 brand new Honda Accord. Or Honda Civic. You know, and you've had that throughout college. You might complain that, oh, my dad didn't pay for my college. Or Asher didn't pay for my college, or whatever you want to call me. But I bought you a brand new car. That made life really easy on you. And if you took care of it, and you didn't rag it out, and you didn't let boyfriends drive it, I'm not sure what you've done with it. It'll last you a long time. You didn't make 1,000 trips to Miami partying from Tallahassee. It'll last you a long time if you did right by it. And when you're done with it, you can sell it and get money back from it. That's all on you, though. That's on you. I did my part as far as that goes. But you don't do that for somebody you don't love. You don't say, here, I'm going to reward you with a brand new... Now, I know money doesn't replace love. Money's not a substitute for love, because rich parents do that all the time. They spoil their children that they do not love. But I didn't spoil you. I rewarded you for hard work because you were a good student. You were a good daughter. You always did what you were asked. We could buy you curriculum. You were homeschooled, self-taught. I could buy you $1,500, $2,000 curriculum, and you would take it and go in your room, and you would do everything you needed. You would learn everything you needed. You graduated with a 4.6 GPA, straight A student. You were in college before you graduated high school. And you got a B, I think, in calculus, and that was so... We were all like, no! Because we wanted you to have that perfect record. But that's a good thing, you know? It's like, you deserved that. Now, I wish I had had some stipulations, and I wish I hadn't just signed it all the way over to you and kept my name on it. Because I would have taken it back after how you betrayed me and turned against me and everything. But all I'm saying is that I understand that there could be damage, mental, emotional damage from me. Because even though I never said, go ahead, I dare you, right? In my heart, see, Jesus said, if we hate somebody in our heart, we're going to be judged as a murderer on the day of judgment. It's the same as murder. And so even though I didn't do it, or verbally tell you these things, it was in my heart. And if it's in my heart, I get judged the same as if I did it physically or not. And I want you to know I'm wrong. I was wrong about that. I want you to know it doesn't mean I didn't love you. I did love you. I raised you. You always got the best of everything. You got the best bedroom when we moved into the big house. You got the best bedroom. You got the best everything, baby girl. Did everything for you. Rewarded you. But I was wrong in that area, and I did probably cause emotional damage that maybe you didn't recognize because you were just 2 years old. You maybe not even remember this. But the damage still went in there, right? And maybe someday you'll see this and this will help you heal. I don't know. Maybe it'll help you forgive me because you probably don't hate me. Maybe you do, but if you do, you need to forgive me because it's better for you. You don't need to forgive me for me, although I would love that. You need to forgive me for you, you know. And I love you, and I'm glad God showed this to me, and now I can begin to heal too. And have the right, proper perspective on our relationship and how it's gone bad and everything. I don't know if you know, but I'm the one that planted the seed of you becoming an attorney. You know, I was wrong to do that because my understanding was wrong. Now I realize God's law is not legislation, and attorneys are just about legislation and politics. And the whole system is designed to enslave a whole entire population with word control. And I didn't know that back then. I thought being an attorney would be a way of freedom, you know, but it's not. It's not. You just become part of the system. You become part of the enslavers, you know. And I hope if you do end up becoming an attorney and passing your bar exam, or I'd rather you not ever get your bar exam and just, I don't know. But whatever. I'd rather you just be a family woman. I'd rather you just have children, really. Marry a man of God and just be a stay-at-home mom. And be a woman of God. That's what I would rather. And I forgive you if you ever feel bad about anything, which you might not. Whatever. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to. I forgive you. I love you. I hope you forgive me someday. I am officially apologizing to you, Andrea. I apologize. I am sorry for any emotional damage, abuse that I've ever done to you, and I didn't mean it. And when that thing occurred with that man, Mom calls my friend, where he checked on his baby in the middle of the night and you were sleeping on the floor. We did. Caleb said, why didn't you ever do anything about that? We did. We had a meeting with the pastor and him and his wife. We expressed our concerns. Okay? We had a meeting with Joel, the pastor, and his wife. And Joel, the pastor, even agreed with us that would be concerning to them, him and his wife. Don't think we never did anything. We did something, okay? Now, the man never did anything to you. He never touched you. He never did anything to you. So what else can we do? There's nothing to prove there, right? There's not... We can do no more. It's not like you can call the cops and have them arrest him because he went into his bedroom, because he said he went into his bedroom to check on his baby, that you happen to be sleeping on the floor on a mattress. You know, yeah, in hindsight, it was stupid of us to even consider that wasn't a possibility. Mom too, right? But at least Mom was awake and she heard it, and we went and got you out of the bedroom in the middle of the night, right? Don't think we never did. Don't think I never did anything about it, okay? Anyways, I love you. God bless you. I miss you. Miss you all. Hope we can all be together in this house someday.